Now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are currently done with the sequel trilogy and the entirety of the Skywalker saga, they are moving on to the future of the Star Wars franchise with their new Star Wars universe, and a lot of fans around the world are very curious as to exactly how they're going to handle this moving forward. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this movie was the culmination of the Skywalker saga. Maybe not the true culmination of the saga as many fans have hoped to be, but nonetheless, it was the very end of the Skywalker saga, and it was basically meant for J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio to really wrap things all together. Now, when we look at everything beyond Episode 9, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm are experimenting with Disney+. They're also looking into their new Star Wars movies, which, by the way, are really going to be a major part of the new Star Wars universe. It's really going to interconnect everything in between. It's going to be based off of the MCU, which I think is going to be a risky decision by Disney and Lucasfilm, to say the least. The fact that this new Star Wars universe will be modeled after the Marvel films and how they all interconnect with each other, it really does take a lot of work. It does take a lot of time and effort to do that. So hopefully Lucasfilm actually has the willpower to do something very similar to that, that's going to come off in a satisfying way for fans. Now, on top of all of this, a lot of fans have been very intrigued about the new Star Wars film dubbed as Star Wars X, which implies Star Wars Episode 10, which will kickstart the new Star Wars trilogy, the series of new Star Wars films that will be released throughout this decade of the 2020s. Now, on top of all of this, what's rather intriguing is that since the release of The Rise of Skywalker, both Disney and Lucasfilm have been focused on the future of the Star Wars franchise beyond Episode 9, where it's explained that they are now primarily focused on the new Star Wars trilogy, and specifically the first film of the new trilogy dubbed as Star Wars X, which implies Star Wars Episode 10. Now, one of the big plans that both Disney and Lucasfilm have in store for Star Wars X is to create a brand new region in the galaxy for this new Star Wars film that will be explored. It's noted that Disney and Lucasfilm want to expand the known galaxy in the Star Wars universe by creating a brand new region that will play a large role in the new film aside from the unknown regions. This is for Disney to create new worlds and new environments, as well as to expand the history of the origins of the galaxy that will be explained in the upcoming Star Wars film. The new trilogy is said to also introduce the secrets of the netherworld of the Force that will demystify and reveal the netherworld and exactly what it really looks like, where this was an original plan for Episode 9 that was deleted, and that Lucasfilm is saving the idea for the new Star Wars movie to arrive in the near future. It's noted that they are still in negotiations with Keanu Reeves to become a part of the Star Wars universe, and for this project specifically, and that not only that, but Disney and Lucasfilm are looking into developing a set of new dark side users that will be stronger than some of the mighty Sith Lords from the Old Republic era, and that this is going to be Disney's way of developing new enemies while also still incorporating the Sith into the film in some way, shape, or form. Star Wars X is set to also reveal new truths about the origins of lightsabers as a Jedi's weapon and kyber crystals that will be a big focus in that Star Wars lore surrounding the Jedi, and the Sith will be expanded in a new film by Disney. So what's really exciting about this is that it really seems like it's going to be lore heavy on the Jedi and the Sith, right? Obviously, a lot of fans want to learn more about everything that there is to do with the Force, the Jedi, the Sith, new dark side warriors that's going to come into play here. The biggest thing of all, though, that I believe really stands out is the fact that they're trying to add in a new region to the galaxy. Now, in case you guys are unfamiliar with regions, we got the unknown regions, we got the mid-rim, the outer rim, and other regions alike. The fact that they are going to be creating a brand new region tells us that they are expanding the galaxy for Star Wars X, for this new Star Wars movie that's going to be explored. Now, on top of the unknown regions, which by the way is said to be a location in the new Star Wars trilogy that will be a main focus, they're also going to be exploring a brand new region in the galaxy, as well as uncovering the new truths of the netherworld of the Force, and even the origins of lightsabers and kyber crystals and everything related to Jedi and Sith lore. Now, to me, I think this is very exciting, the fact that they're still trying to get Keanu Reeves on board and other A-list actors out there for these new Star Wars movies. It really tells us, the fans, that what they're trying to do is that they're trying to create Star Wars as a universe that's going to separate itself from the Skywalker saga, that's really going to kickstart something entirely new. Again, like I say, the fact that they are starting from the ground up really tells us that they're trying to do something very unique for Star Wars fans that's really going to reshape the universe as we know it. So the last thing I just want to say here is this. I'm still very excited for the future of Star Wars and exactly what's to come for, everything related to Star Wars X and exactly how it's going to be handled. The fact that these movies are going to be higher budget and how it's going to have A-list actors is pretty much, I think, a good start in my opinion at least. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.